Hello, welcome back, or welcome for the first time. My name is Eden Izora, and I'm so glad that you are here today. So for today, we will be doing just a casual little ramble. I am so happy because last night, I'm recording this on April 28th, by the way. Last night, we hit 50,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everybody who's subscribed and who's here. It's really insane, kind of surreal. So, thank you. It's kind of funny because last night I was like, I don't know, lately I've been accidentally staying up late. So, it was like 2 or 3 a.m. and the subscriber count was like 15 away from hitting 50k, and so I kept like refreshing because I wanted to like record it when it turned from like 999 to 50,000, because I did that when I hit 10,000, and I don't know, it's like cool to watch it later. But it was like in the middle of the night, and it wasn't moving. Like literally, I waited like 20 minutes and I had lost a subscriber, so it wasn't going up. And eventually it was so silly because it was like I was so close, but I was waiting for so long and it wasn't going. So I kind of felt like maybe it's one of those things where it's like a watched pot doesn't boil or something, or like the magic happens when you look away. So I decided that maybe I was not supposed to be monitoring it so much. So I just let it go and went to bed. And when I woke up, sure enough, it had passed over. And that's awesome. So I'm kind of celebrating that today. So, yeah, I don't know, it's crazy. And I went for a little drive this morning. Well, not this morning because I woke up late AF, but my morning. And I was just feeling really good. And I was listening to this song, $1 Million Baby, that I'm seeing all over the internet. I guess it just came out a few days ago, but it's really good. So I was listening to that, and that just has great vibes while I was driving around. And I saw a 333 license plate, which I've been seeing 333 a lot recently, which is all about balance. And that's something that I think I should be just keeping in mind lately. Staying balanced and staying grounded, which can be difficult because I'm so excited. Like, I have a lot of good things happening in my life right now, and just like a lot of changes. And
I'm making ASMR videos, which I love doing. So I'm thinking about that, like video ideas, and then if I have an idea, I'm thinking about how I want to do it. And then after I do it, like I'm thinking about the whole process. And it never stops, because once I post one video, then I'm thinking about the next, which is really great. There's nothing wrong with, thinking about creative outlets, whatever.
But I need to make sure that I'm still staying present as well, because I don't know, it's weird, like when I was a child, and also when I was like in a relationship in the past, and like in connections and stuff like that, something that made me feel really sad was when
I was fully present with someone. Like I was there, I was aware. I had my eyes open, I was focused on them. I was feeling everything in the moment. And just like so present. And they were so like scatterbrained, like they're always thinking in the future, thinking about their to-do list. And I just felt like they weren't there, Like, that was an issue in a lot of relationships for me, because I would be hanging out with someone, spending time with someone, and I would look in their eyes and try to connect with them on that deeper level. And it was like they weren't there. Like I couldn't see that connection. Like, not to sound weird, but it's because they were not doing it back. Like they were thinking about other things. And when you're interacting with someone who's like that, you can tell when you look into their eyes, because it doesn't have that deep awareness and like that presence.
And I observe myself all of the time, even when I'm doing dumb shit. Like, I'm observing myself doing that. Sometimes I just do things for, the plot, or like, it's because I need to have experiences in order to learn. But I have observed myself over the past few months and felt that I was not at the same of presence or awareness that I used to have as a child, or in the past when I did not have creative projects to think about.
And it's like, I am aware, obviously, but it was missing that edge that being fully present has. And I think that's what balance means to me. It means carving out that mental space to hold that awareness in the present moment, and not be thinking about things I want to do. Obviously, thinking about things that I want to do is great, and I'm so happy that now I have that, whereas at other points in my life, like, there was literally nothing in my life that I was creating. So it was easy for me to be present, because it's like, I think also I was in survival mode for a lot of my life. So for me it was like I did not have the capacity to think about the future. And I never have been someone who really dwells on the past. I just don't care, which for me is a blessing, but other people, I think, are taken off guard by that sometimes. But I don't know. It's hard because
I sometimes struggle with energy management as well. So I can have days that I don't have energy to create. So when I do have the energy, it's like I just want to do a bunch of stuff and I don't want to go and sit outside and meditate. I do that because like my version of meditating is different than what you might imagine when you hear the word meditate. My version has a lot to do with just like sitting on the ground, pressing my palms into the ground and like just like feeling nature and just like connecting with the earth for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever the vibe is, you know.
But when I want to like create something, like I have an idea or whatever, I almost feel like impulsive about it. Like I have to do it now because I have had times in the past where I will have an idea and I write it down and I'm like, I think it's like the most fun thing ever. But then a day or two passes and I look at it again and the idea has just kind of lost its spark to me. Like, I just don't feel that connection to it anymore. And so it stays on the paper. But that's why balance is important, right? Because balance
Doesn't mean that you have to forsake one part of yourself and be extreme and be like, okay, I'm gonna be all like, I'm just gonna be a go-getter, I'm gonna do all this stuff all the time and never be present. But you also don't want to be like a weird little monk. I mean, no offense to monks, like that's great, but you know what I mean. I don't want that. Like I don't want to just sit there and meditate for my life and never like indulge in the human experience. So yeah, I don't know. It's so like, no, I think it's a great thing. Like it's a great lesson for me to be learning, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, I think. So it's very interesting because yeah, at least for me it's a hard balance. Well, it has been a hard balance, but I'm sure, or I hope that at a certain point I will get so good at this balance that I will, it'll just be automatic, and I don't know, we'll see, but, yeah. Also, another thing
is that the ideas don't come when my mind is full. That's the time for executing the idea that I already had. But if I am done executing that idea and I need another idea, the place to get that idea is through presence. And just, for me, sitting outside and like chilling, not trying to have an idea, but just like literally just being present and chilling. And for me that means like just like feeling the earth and listening to the birds and the wind and feeling the sun, just being there. And that's when ideas randomly will just pop into my head. So, yeah, you really need both, you know. But, I don't know. Also for, like, connections with people, like, I don't know, I can't really stand it when, like, obviously everybody has times when they're focused on what they need to get done and whatever. That's normal. I have times like that too, obviously. But, I really, like, I never ever want to have the sort of connection where consistently I can't connect with them because they're always tied up in the never-ending list of to-do. Because it never ends, obviously. We always have tasks. We are never finished. And I don't know, it's like that's been one of the things that before I knew what it was, it just made me feel so like alone, because I would interact with people and I would just not be able to feel them, like not feel that we are both here and talking to each other. It's like, just felt like more like they were on autopilot, even when it was just us hanging out alone, when it almost feels like that must be more work for them to be operating out of this like autopilot place. Like, I don't know how they do that. Like, they create distance by not being present. But I don't know. It's interesting. But that's one of the things that I look for in a connection is, you know, I look in their eyes when we're talking and figure out if they're here or not. That sounds so funny, but you know what I mean. It's like, if you're not here,